Please consider subscribing because you'll be seeing a lot more of that. I plan on uploading every Tuesdays and Thursdays. I'm still probably going to play around with that depending on my schedule and what works best for me. Without further ado, let's get into the looks. If you are interested in seeing the look that I'm wearing today, that is one of them, so just keep on watching. Alright, so I always start with my eyes first. So I've already primed my eyelids with the Covergirl trueblend concealer in light ivory. And then I've already set it with the Rimmel pressed powder and translucent. And then I also went ahead and did my eyebrows. That's always the first thing I always do. I did the Covergirl ultra fine brow pencil in soft brown, and then the Essence brow gel in brownie brown. Let's go ahead and get started in this palette. The first look I'm going to do, I think I'm going to, these middle 3 shades are like really speaking to me, so I think I'm going to start with those ones first. So I'm going to start with the pink shade. It's called Ivory G or Eerie G. Not sure how to pronounce it, but I'm going to do that in my crease and my outer V as well. Blending it up as I go, because I'm not going to really put anything else up towards my brow, so I'm just blending that up. And also packing a little bit of product in that outer V, just to kind of draw my eyes out that way. And I can always just go back and blend back and forth. I'm really just trying to get the product on and make it really, really pink. In the camera, it's looking a little bit peachy, but in person, it's very, very, very pink. Like a hot pink, like Barbie hot pink. So I'm avoiding right here because this is where I think I'm gonna put the white. But that blue and the pink look really pretty next to each other, so I want to do something with that. All right, and then I'm gonna do the other eye after this one eye. I'm gonna go into the blue shade called Abba. And I'm just gonna put that a little bit in between the pink outer corner and the empty space where I'm gonna put the white, just to kind of give a little bit of a like transition gradient and kind of try to mix those colors and make a little bit of a purple, and they're kind of mixing pretty well as a purple. But I'm gonna really just pack in the color, so it's going kind of pink to purple to blue. But I'm really just packing on the color right now, and then I'm gonna focus on blending later. And then I think I'm gonna kind of draw it a little bit back and forth into the crease, just to kind of blend it in a little bit, make it a little bit more cohesive. All right, I'm gonna go back in with the pink and just kind of blend that together. So one thing I really like about Juvia's Place eyeshadows is that they blend so well together to make one look. I'm gonna put a little bit more of this blue on the outer corner. And then blend it again with more pink. All right, and then I'm gonna go in with the white shade. It's a very shimmery white. It's called Yuli. So I'm gonna go in with that with my finger because I want it to be as shimmery as possible. The blue one is also a shimmery shade. The pink is a matte shade in this palette. I don't really want to do a cut crease. I want everything to be very, very blended instead of harsh in this look. Right, I'm gonna do a little bit more blue just to make that pop a little bit more. All right, now I'm gonna do the other eye real quick off camera, and then I'm gonna put some lashes and mascara on the top lids as well. Alright, so I went ahead and did that other eye, put my lashes on, and I went ahead and did my face as well since we are just doing eyeshadow looks in this video. So I've got just my lower lash line left to do, and I was going to use the palette, so that is what I'm going to finish off with. I think I want to just do the Abba color on my whole lower lash line and kind of make that pop and more of a focus point, and then I'll show you what I'm going to do for my lip color. So I'm going to take a smudger brush and just kind of drag that across my whole lash line. Kind of drag it out a little bit so that we can get as much blue to pop as possible. Do the other side real quick. And I think I'm going to take a little bit more of a fluffier brush. Probably the same brush that we used for packing on the blue, and I'm gonna kind of smudge it out just a little bit, make it not quite as harsh. And I'm going to go ahead and take that Yuli shade, the white that we did up top, and I'm going to bring that down a little bit and kind of blend it into that blue just like we did at the top, just to kind of make everything a bit more cohesive. Just want everything to be very kind of like almost watercolory, like very blended. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and put mascara on my lower lash line, or my lower lashes real quick. And then lastly, we're gonna do the lips. I'm going to use MAC Breathing Fire. It's a very, very bright Barbie pink, so I figured it would look perfect for this look to kind of tie in the pink and blue together. By the way, if you were wondering what I used on my face or mascara or anything, I'll have that listed down below, but I didn't really touch on that in the video just because it's going to be mostly focused on the eyeshadow. Alright, so this is the very first look, all finished and all done. And now we're going to be taking this one off and starting the next one. Alright, let's start the second look. Again, I did the same thing as I did starting out the last look with just priming my eyelids and doing my eyebrows. I use the same products. The only difference this time though is I did not set my actual lid part. I just set up here because I'm going to go in with the black shade in this palette, Kaliki. It's a black shimmery shade. So I don't want to set my eyelids so that I can get it to stick and have something for it to grab a hold of and have it as opaque as possible. So I'm gonna go ahead and get started with that look. I'm going to be using actually these three shades right here for this look. So I'm going to start in with my transition shade first, Manwoo. I'm not sure how to say it, Manwoo, I don't know. But I'm going to start with that with a big fluffy brush. So I'm going to put that one just in my crease, just to kind of give it a little bit of a transition, blending it up to my brow bone. I'm going to go ahead and probably do both eyes in this look at the same time. It's a pretty simple, easy look. It's definitely going to be very dramatic though, as you could tell with the black. But there's a way to make it look very elegant and simple as well. So it's fine if it's messy because you can always clean it up. Again, that's why I always do my eyes first. Alright, so I've got the color down and where I want it. I'm probably going to blend up a little bit more as this look progresses though. But I'm going to go ahead and go in with that red color. It's like a very, very true red. It's almost got like a blue tone red instead of more of a pinky tone red. So it's like a royal red to me. It's called Izafa. So I'm going to take a smaller blending brush, dip in that just a little bit. I mean, it's a very intense red, so I'm going to just put that little bit in my crease, blending upwards. Yeah, I'm probably going to blend the peachy shade up a little bit more as well. So I'm just putting that in my crease. Going back in with the peachy shade and blend that out a bit more. I love how well these Juvia's Place eyeshadows work together and blend together. See how blended together that is? It almost doesn't even look like two different colors. Just deepening it a little bit more with that red. Kind of set my eyelids back a little bit more. I'm gonna take that peachy shade again on this lid. It's a lot of back and forth and perfecting what you've done or you've set down before. All right, I think we got it down. So that's the red and the orange together. Now I'm going to go in with the Kaliki black shade here. It's a black shimmer. You can see it a little bit better. I'm gonna, again, go in with my finger. I love using my finger with shimmer, so I think I can get the most shimmer on as possible. So I'm just going right up until I reach the crease with the black. If you can't find the round parts of your lid, especially with your finger, just kind of guess it. Create one with the eyeshadow. That's the amazing part about makeup, is if you don't have certain enhancing features, you can enhance them with makeup. Now, this look is a bit out of my comfort zone, and I wouldn't normally wear something like this out on a regular basis. But I find black eyeshadow so pretty, especially shimmery blacks like this. It's almost kind of like a charcoaly black because of the shimmer in it. So I'm just blending that up with the small blending brush that I used with the red. Kind of blending that black and the red up a little bit. Trying to match the two eyes. Go back in with the big blender brush that has a little bit of that peachy shade on it. Blend it a little bit more. Just kind of going back and forth until it's blended how you like it. Alright, so I cleaned it up a bit, and I think a winged eyeliner would look really good with this look, so I'm going to go ahead and do the wings, put on my lashes, and then do the rest of my face, and then I'll get it ready for the lower lash line. Alright, so I got my face on, my lashes on, and my wing liner. So now I'm going to do the lower lash line real quick. So I'm going to do that black shade Kaliki, that shimmery black shade, and I'm going to run that across my lash line. And I'm doing this with a smudger brush. And then I'm going to go in with the red shade with a little bit more fluffy packing smudger brush. And kind of smoke that out a bit. And then lastly, with that smaller detailed blending brush, I'm going to go in with the peachy shade Manual. And I'm going to blend that even further. And then I'm going to go in with a black liner. This one is by Rimmel. And I'm going to go in with that on my waterline. Make it just a little bit more smoky. I'm using a sponge to kind of pull my face down so that I don't wipe off the makeup with my fingers. Just like that. And then I'm going to go in and put my mascara on, and I'll come back and do the lips real quick with you. Alright, so I kind of really like the highlighter I put on. It's a gold highlighter. So I'm going to put that in my inner corner and kind of drag it out. Alright, and for the lips, I'm going to be using the Laura Mercier lipstick in Cream Coral. I wanted a kind of a peachy coral to go with this look. Alright, and here's the finished look. I think it turned out pretty well. I don't feel like the black kind of makes it too overwhelming. It's kind of classy almost, and more grungy than I thought it was gonna be. So let's take this off and go into the next look. For the last look, I'm thinking I'm just gonna go ahead and play with the last 3 shades. So we've already done the rest, so I might as well just play with the last 3 shades. So I think I'm gonna do a halo eye with this one. Go ahead and start with Ophala, the bright orange color. And I'm gonna take a small blending brush, and then I'm going to just kind of map out the halo. So I'm first gonna kind of go in my crease, and I'm not blending this up at all. I'm just mapping out where I'm putting the color. So for the halo look, I'm gonna put product on the outer corner and the inner corner of my eye as well. So I'm just leaving out a little piece of my eye. That's going to be the halo part. I'm gonna put the shimmer there. All right, I'm gonna take a fluffier brush, a bigger blending brush, and I'm gonna go into that mustardy yellow color. It's called Oro, O-R-O. And I'm going to use that to kind of blend everything out a bit more. Just going back and forth until I get where I want to go. I'm using circular motions as I swipe back and forth. And with this color, I am blending up a little bit more towards the brow. I'm gonna go back in with the orange color and redefine that color in the look. Again, it's just gonna be a lot of back and forth, blending till you are happy. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and do the other eye real quick, and then I'm going to cut the crease a little bit, just where the halo is. I'm going to go in with the concealer to cut the halo part, and I'm gonna use the same concealer that I did to prime my eyes with. So I'm just gonna put a little dot on each, and then I'm going to be taking a flat brush to cut that out. So basically, just bringing it up and bring it back and forth a little bit. Some people you can look up and it'll show you where that line will be, but I kind of like to make mine because sometimes mine goes a little too high for me. I'm kind of blending the concealer in with the pre-existing shadow that I have down. So basically, I am putting this concealer down so that the shimmer shadow can stick and get the most pigment as possible. I think I'm probably going to wet it down as well. And you don't have to use a concealer for this. You can also use any eyeshadow primer or eyeshadow base. I know P. Louise has a really good one as well. So I'm going to go in with that shimmery shadow. I'm not even going to try to pronounce it. And I'm going to spray down my brush. I have the All Nighter by Urban Decay just to spray it down. I'm gonna grab some of that pigment with my brush. I'm just using the same brush I used concealer with. I'm just gonna spray that. This is going to make the eyeshadow a lot more foiled and metallic. All right, now I'm gonna go back in with that orange shade, and I'm going to go and blend that all out and make it look a little bit more cohesive as I'm deepening it up just a little bit more. So everywhere that I put orange, that's where I'm going to go back in and blend it together. And then also going back into the mustardy shade, blending up a bit more. I'm gonna go ahead and do my mascara and lashes off camera, also do my face, and then we'll be right back to do the lower lash line and the lips. All right, now that I have my face and lashes on, we're gonna go ahead and do the lower lash line. So what I'm gonna do is probably take that mustardy shade with a smudger brush and just run that across my lash line. And if that stands out enough, I probably will deepen it up a little bit with the orange, but I kind of just want to make the mustard shade have a little moment because it doesn't really stand out a whole lot in the eyeshadow look. So it's a really, really pretty color. So I'm just dragging that across my lash line and a little bit dragging it down. I think it's got enough pigment that it stands out quite a bit, so I think I'm just going to deepen the outer corner right here a little bit with the orange. Not too much because I don't want it to overpower the yellow, but I want to give a little bit more depth back into my eyes. And just diffusing those two colors together a little bit more with a small blender brush. And then let's do the mascara. And then for the lip liner, I'm gonna go in with a brand called Italia Deluxe. It's they sell this on Amazon. It comes in a pack of like 10 of them. It was only like $7 for all 10 of them. But this one is shade Mango. And these lip liners actually work pretty well. They stay on really well. Like this is all I've been using right now with the whole mask situation, because everything else rubs off. All right, now that I have the lip on, I think I want to do a gloss. So I'm going to do a clear gloss, just one by e.l.f. And there's the final look. I think this one's probably my favorite, to be honest. I really like the warm tones on me. All right, so that was all 3 looks. I am so happy you made it to the end of the video. Thank you so much for watching. If you really like these looks, I'm actually going to upload 2 more looks on my TikTok as well as my Instagram. So go follow me there to see those looks if you're interested in seeing more from this palette. But thank you so much for watching. I hope you have an amazing rest of your day. Bye.